Hello, in this lesson we're going to look at the lookup function. Right, so I've got a list of names, exams, the average result, and then I've used an if statement for a pass or a fail. And then in this column here I'm going to use a Vlookup function, right, to return a grade. Now if somebody gets 73, what I'm going to do is look in this table here and assign the corresponding grade. In this case 73 falls between 70 and 85, so it's going to be a B. Right, so again, if you could understand what you want to do in English, right, that's basically half the battle when you're using functions in Excel. So VLOOKUP, what am I looking up? Where? What do I want to return? And do I want to return an approximate or an exact match? Okay, now in tables, when we use tables in lookup statements, right, this is column 1 and this is column 2. Right, now I'm going to name my table. It's always easier when we're using named ranges within functions. Right, so I've selected the table and I'm going to call it grades. So I'm just going to start writing my VLOOKUP function. So equals VLOOKUP. So what am I looking up? I'm looking up this value here. Where am I looking? I'm looking in my grades table. Next, column index number. So this is the value that I want to return. So if I'm looking here, I want to return the value from here. So this is column 1. This is column 2. So that's the value I want to return, column 2. And am I looking at an approximate match or an exact match? Well, 73 falls somewhere between 70 and 85, so it's an approximate match. Okay. Close the brackets. So I get a B. Right, and then I can use the fill handle then to fill up the rest. Right, now in this workbook you have a second and a third worksheet, right, and we're going to use a VLOOKUP to return values for each of these fields here: order ID, product, customer, order date. Right, so in here I'm going to use data validation in order to force the user of the spreadsheet to select the value from this column here, and then it's going to return information from the rest of the table. Right. So you can click into cell B3 and we're going to go to data validation. It's a list, list, and the source is going to be in here. Right. Select the first value in the table, shift control down arrow and click OK. Right, so if I select order ID 1, right, it should look into the table and return the value top range fan from the third column. But as I said before, naming the range is always very useful. So shift control down arrow and across, and I'm going to call this order table, no spaces, ORDERTABLE. Right? Order table. Oh. Okay, so that's my table. So I can start writing my VLOOKUP in here. So it's equal to VLOOKUP. What am I looking up? I'm looking up this value here. Where am I looking? I can just type in order table. Right. What value do I want to return? Well, I want to return the value in the third column, right? So just remove that data because I clicked on the worksheet. I'm going to return the value in the third column, the product. And do I want an approximate or an exact match. In this case, it's an exact match. Down arrow and then the tab button. Right, so I get top range fan. So you can do the same for all these here, just selecting different column numbers. Now one other final thing, if I don't have a value in here, I get this error message. Now in order to prevent that from happening and to notify the user of what to do, I'm going to put in an if error, I-F-E-R-O-R, around the VLOOKUP. So if error, and at the end, comma, open your inverted commas, select order ID. So now, if I select an order ID, I get the corresponding product. There's my formula. So what I recommend you do is to practice VLOOKUPs. Right, you can follow this video and then fill in the rest of these yourself. By the time you've that done, you'll know VLOOKUPs. Thank you.